Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here today with brand new information from the bodega worker, and it's actually good news. Not the fact that New York tried to stomp on his complete rights, and if this didn't get headlines, I got a very strong idea that he would probably be sitting in the probably the worst jail unimaginable because New York doesn't seem to care about self-defense or your right to defend yourself at all. But let's get right into the article and see what has come up to his charges. DA Alvin Bragg drops murder charge against bodega worker Jose Alba. Manhattan attorney Alvin Bragg finally dropped the controversial murder charge. Well, I don't know how it's even remotely controversial, but alright. Against bodega worker Jose Alba on Tuesday, with his office conceding there wasn't enough evidence to prosecute the case that sparked widespread outrage. The DA's office filed a motion in Manhattan Criminal Court to dismiss the case if the 61-year-old bodega worker, after an investigation found it couldn't prove the defendant was not justified in his use of deadly physical force. Bragg and his office faced backlash after Alba was swiftly jailed and charged with fatally stabbing 35-year-old violent ex-con Candra Simon, who had attacked Alba inside the Hamilton Heights grocery on July 1st. The decision to drop the second-degree murder charge comes weeks after the Post highlighted Alba's plight, which saw the hard-working bodega clerk initially held at Rikers Island on a whopping $250,000 bond. If it weren't for the New York Post, Mr. Alba would still be in jail, said Frank Garcia, chairman of National Association of Latino State Chambers of Commerce. Alba had his electronic ankle monitor removed Tuesday afternoon, just hours after Judge Laurie Peterson officially tossed the case. I feel better because I don't have it anymore, Alba said of the ankle monitor as he spoke briefly to reporters at his home. Asked how he was feeling after the charges were dropped, Alba responded, "So-so." The bodega employee's voice had cracked when he first heard the charges were being dropped, according to Francisco Marte, head of the Bodega and Small Business Association. The DA told me around 2:30 this morning. I called Jose right away. He was very emotional. His voice broke when I told him. Marte told the Post he was happy. And in the motion to drop the case, the embattled DA's office had included surveillance images from inside the bodega that showed Alba being shoved by the much younger man in the moments before the worker and harmed himself with a knife. The footage also showed Alba allegedly being stabbed by Simon's girlfriend while the worker was fending off and fatally slashing the ex-con. Simon's girlfriend has not been charged. Of course, she hasn't. The motion noted that Alba could have argued at the trial that he was acting in self-defense, an argument the bodega worker has repeatedly made since his arrest. One potential defense is that Alba reasonably believed that Simon was about to use deadly physical force, the dismissal memo noted. The law provides that a person may use deadly physical force to defend oneself if the person reasonably believes that another person is using or about to use deadly physical force. Simon's conduct in entering the store's small private area, throwing Alba against the wall to a place he could not escape, and grabbing him by the collar could inspire deep fear in an older and shorter man as to what might be in store next. The motion continued. This was also in the context of the girlfriend saying 5 minutes earlier that her boyfriend was going to come down right here and F him up. Great. So we have that going on here. The entire ordeal unfolded after Alba had gotten into an argument with Simon's girlfriend over a bag of chips, police said at the time. The girlfriend had run home to get Simon after claiming Alba had grabbed the chips from her daughter when her debit card was declined. The motion suggested that Alba may have assumed he was about to be robbed when Simon stormed into the bodega 10 minutes later, and that Simon could have actually committed a crime by cornering the worker behind the counter. It is a crime in New York to use physical force to intentionally restrict a person's movements by moving him from one place to another or by confining him, the motion said. If Alba reasonably believed that Simon was committing or attempting to commit a burglary of an occupied building, then Alba was permitted to use deadly physical force upon Simon if Alba reasonably believed to be necessary to prevent or terminate the commission of the burglary. After investigation, the district attorney's office has concluded that a homicide case against Alba could not be proven at trial beyond reasonable doubt, the motion continued. Consequently, the people would not be presenting the case to the grand jury and hereby moved to dismiss the criminal court complaint. Mayor Eric Adams called it the right decision for the DA to drop the case. This happens sometimes in cases in the preliminary arrest after review decisions are made, Adams told reporters shortly after the charge was dismissed. Yes, but this had very, very evident information that has shown that he was in self-defense. He was actively getting attacked. And you also even seen him try to walk away, and the other guy started attacking him, and then he had to defend himself. So therefore, I don't see how, like, you can really say that, because we all know in reality that this man was trying to leave the scene, trying to get away, and he got pulled back, and the video actively shows this. So you can't really pull that, because, you know, it's you. By the way, you are also the person that charged him for this, and you've seen the video firsthand, and no reasonable and right DA would actually charge him or put for actual killing someone. No reasonable DA would. So I'm sorry, I don't really buy your BS here. And so I think in this case we had an innocent, hardworking New Yorker that was doing his job, and someone is extremely aggressive towards him. I believe that after the DA's review, the DA, in my opinion, made the right decision. Yeah, well. He's not the really greatest DA, though. The owner of the bodega where Alba works also rejoiced over the DA's decision to drop the charges, telling the Post, "I feel better. Good." But Simon's cousin, Candra Simon, said her family was disappointed no one would be held accountable over the fatal stabbing, even though she conceded that everyone involved in this situation was wrong. I agree, except for the bodega worker, the father, or the what have you, because he was not in the wrong. He was just defending himself. You can't be in the wrong when you're just actively defending yourself. What do? Just let them kill you? I mean, that's just the way that way that we can see it, right? So I see that this is a huge this is a problem in New York, and New York specifically, but I would assume other places across the country as well. So this is the type of things that we're trying to fight back against and try to get meaningful and rightful DAs. And obviously the far left want to put in these DAs, and they complain when the crime gets written, and they're the ones that put these DAs in here in the first place. So I mean, you do what you vote for. Simon's cousin, Candra Simon, said her family was wrong. Alba was wrong for treating a child with no respect. That girlfriend was wrong for dragging my cousin into this situation. My cousin was wrong for going behind the counter, Candra said. Alba was wrong for treating a child with no respect. Alba was wrong for treating a child with no respect. That's what you're taking from this, Candra? That's what you're getting from this? What? Yeah, this is the reason why I cannot stand sometimes with women, because they'll try to put any type of emotion or something and still somehow blame the guy in all this, which doesn't really make any bloody sense. You cannot blame Alba for any of this. He did not ask for this. If your credit card is declined, then you just don't give them anything. There is no respect there at all. There is no disrespect, because, for one, there is no... the credit card was declined. What do? Just give him back the credit card. But even so, he's not really in the wrong. My God, like, it's still the guy's fault, even though it's really not the guy's fault. Yeah, let's just go with that. That is a problem with this damn country. We literally men try to do things right, or even remotely, and we still get blamed for stuff. It's just completely disgusting, man. Oh my God. That girlfriend was wrong for dragging my cousin into this situation. My cousin was wrong for going behind the counter, Kendra said. What? Again, you're still putting blame on him. What is this? He was going behind the counter because behind the counter is where he's doing his work. Does he just leave his store? You don't expect people to come and attack you like insane people. Most rational and normal human people don't go up and attack you. He went behind his counter to do his job, to continue his work, to continue living. Get out of here, Kendra. Just get her out of here. Just get her the hell out of here. Oh my God. The fact that remains only one person, the only person that draw a weapon, is dead and no one has to answer for it. Yeah, because he attacked somebody. Weird. The cousin who said she understood about why the DA's office illegally dismissed the case slammed Mayor Adams for how he reacted publicly to the case. Mayor Adams is a disappointment, and I'm disgusted with his comments and actions. She said he is not a police officer anymore. He should not have shown up to make comments on the event. He used his title and influence to help sway public opinion. With the case now dismissed, legal experts told the Post that Alba is now home free and can't be charged over the fatal stabbing. The case is over. There is no other agency that can bring charges against him. A defense attorney and Manhattan District Attorney Daniel Bibb and another ex-Manhattan ADA added, "They are saying that this case can't be proven, and if that's true, then that's double jeopardy, and no other state prosecutor could charge him. No other DA in the city has jurisdiction, and the Attorney General's office certainly doesn't have jurisdiction," Bibb said. As outrage over Alba's case gained momentum in recent weeks, demonstrators have gathered outside City Hall, and New York City bodega groups even called on the state to adopt a local version of Florida's controversial Stand Your Ground law. Oh, dang! Oh, well, there we go. Ha ha. Oh, man. Oh, man. New Yorkers, it looks like, are starting to wake up a little bit. Let's go to New York. Ha ha. United Bodegas of America spokesman Fernando Mateo told the Post on Tuesday that he had faith the DA would do the right thing. He saw the judge and the jury was the videotape. He did the right thing. I congratulate Alvin Bragg. He has proved people wrong. No, he has not proved people wrong. Because by seeing that video, he has actively shown that he doesn't care about the people's right to self-defense. It took a group of people to make an outrage for him to change it. Come on now. Meanwhile, GOP gubernatorial nominee Rep. Z. Zeldin, our so-called slam Bragg, saying Alba should have never have been charged in the first place. 100% agreed. After weeks of public pressure, Alvin Bragg finally came to the same conclusion we all did a long time ago. Jose Alba should never be charged with murder. Zeldin said in a statement, Jose Alba was an innocent man acting in self-defense, and now he's finally a free man. The reality that the video showed Alba's innocence as clear as it did, it made it all that much worse that Bragg charged Alba in the first place, sent him to Rikers Island with an open stab wound, demanded absurd high bail, and refused to charge the person who attacked Alba. Queens Councilman Robert Holden called on Governor Kathy Hochul to fire Bragg over the handling of Alba's case. I would 100% agree of that. Finally doing the right thing, he dropped in the charges against a store clerk who was forced to defend himself after weeks of horror for Mr. Alba and his family. An outcry from the public and elected officials is nothing to brag about. Holden said in a statement, "It's too little, too late." He's shown that he not only doesn't care about vengeance of crime, but he will punish them. The ex-con's girlfriend who allegedly stabbed Mr. Alba is the only one who should be charged. Governor Hochul must remove DA Bragg immediately. I agree. Well, there you have it, guys. That's the full article. And we're also seeing on the actual women's side of things to where they're still trying to blame the man over something, even though it's not entirely his fault. None of these situations would have happened if both the girlfriend and the guy were not, I would say murderers at this point. Or potential murderers, because none of this would have happened if they just remained like normal human beings. But, of course, Candra Simon still wants to, blame her cousin Alba for it because he did something wrong. No, he didn't. Get the hell out of here. That's it for the video, guys. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.